abilities out. And we'll see. It's moving a little bit away from that, as you said. Gul'dan, the saddest mage today with no appearances, even sadder than Kael'thas, I'd say, because he was the popular guy. Now, he's nobody.
Yep, and that wave clear was soaked in with Probius today with game number 2, but let's see if things will change in BOE as macro matters a little less on this map, and Tempest seems to like Falstad, and you saw Lockdown coming down, taking that flight into the right position at the bottom lane just now.
So Tempest takes a similar gambit in terms of fake bans here with the Tassadar, or rather with the Zeratul. So instead of just banning you know, either the Zarya or the Tassadar, Black just removes what either of those could work with the Vala. So the question is, how does Tassadar work in this scenario now? Because he's almost completely exclusively been paired with the Vala. With Vala banned here, this means Tempest is either looking for another ranged damage dealer that pairs with Tassadar, like Tracer, or is looking for some sort of old carry melee style. Maybe we see the Thrall coming out in Illidan composition for Tempest. They're forced into this situation here because the Vala is banned. And already we see Arthas locked in. This is kind of a soft counter to the old Tyrael compositions we saw in the past. It's going to be Tracer, though. So, interesting to see how this one's going to pan out. It's an old composition that usually doesn't actually get through the draft. And works really well against the Immortals, too.
Yep, and Black was MVP, both MVP teams were initially the ones to actually bring in Tracer with Tassadar a lot more since last year. And Tempest is going to take that with that first pick of Tassadar. Let's see how well that worked without Vala coming in. Tracer is also very squishy once she gets caught by even one of the CC. There is that double root coming out from Arthas and Malfurion, so Tracer has to be careful when moving around.
Indeed. With Malf and Arthas coming up here, it's tough for Tempest to have a direct ban unless they feel like one hero specifically does counter the Tracer here. We saw a lot of bans on Varian against Tracer and Zeratul specifically, and that actually is going to come out here right before I can even explain it because of the taunt lockdown. If you can get within range to
charge in. Yeah,
just grab there, charge in, get the taunt. Tracer can't do anything in that moment, but you get locked down and die. Part of the reason we see the Zeratul ban as well for the Tracer is Zeratul's Vorpal. If he gets the auto attack, he can follow Tracer and help finish her off. So I like this, this Varian ban. It's not insanely common to see a Varian and an Arthas together, but they're just kind of playing it safe in terms of draft counters now. Alrighty.
For that race to that Immortal. Of course, Vala is gone, and Li Ming. I love this. I love these two picks. They're going for that race, and if they cannot race, they can just poke with Li Ming for the very end, or from the beginning. Yeah,
invading into this comp with Tracer is risky because you have to avoid, while diving into a potential Void shift, you have to avoid the roots from Malfurion, Li Ming's skill shots, the Howling Blast, plus Arthas' slows. It's gonna be a tough time when Li Ming when Tracer has to invade. She's gonna have the protection. Here's the Tyrael we were talking about. This is so Tempest what we're seeing right now.
This is so Tempest, but let's see the difference. The Tyrael without that 13 imposing will.
This feels like it's either going to be the Kharazim that we expect, or we're just going to see the Ariel, which is like super
Kharazim for a little bit more damage, on especially on Hyde. We saw his crazy overextension in game number 2.
I like the Kharazim much better here. I feel like Black has absolutely the better comp for the map. It's a more well-rounded composition. It feels like Tempest is forced into this because of the Vala ban. They wanted the Tassadar. They committed to it even after the Vala ban. Now they're kind of pushing down this Tracer path that I don't know if this story has a happy ending for Tempest or if Black just takes this one 3-0 because they have the range damage, they have the Li Ming, they have the Sergeant Hammer, they have the counters, the soft counters to the Tracer in their composition. Can Tempest make it work? They made it work with Probius. They're going to have to do it now, or they're going to find themselves down in this series, losing it 1-3. Let's jump into Battlefield of Eternity. Okay, Tempest in blue. Hide on Karazim, Duck on Zarya. Lockdown on Tassadar, Sign on Tracer, and Tyrael being played up here by Modern Life.
And in red,
I was going to say, are they putting it up?
Black, Sake on Sergeant Hammer, reset on Li Ming, twist on Artanis, Kyo-chan Artanis, sorry. And Mary Day to finish it up on Fury and Artanis and Arthas. Got me confused for a second.
Lifetime Kyocha is flawless on Artanis. He's not dropped a single map, so that's one thing for him. Only playing it once in HGC Korea, but you know, obviously the transition for Kyocha has been a rough one in terms of melees. So excited to see how he's going to play this one out. It's not the toughest hero to play in terms of his role on the race and the Immortals, but in terms of hitting those, you know, phase shifts and knocking Tracer into the backline, that's where the skill is going to have to show with the charges. Is it going to be as good as H82? I doubt it, but we'll find out.
As good you mean as good, right? And of course, Artanis going for that amateur opponent for the race.
Yes. On
the Immortal, and already got me worried. 1 CC on Tracer, and full skill shots coming out from Li Ming would be okay. And there's a pulse bomb, so close to a kill, but just teleports away at the very end.
Taking a lot of time to build that heroic as well. Modern Life going to be countered here. Does get taken out. Remember, Tyrael not as tanky as he used to be with the current changes. He's more of a mage counter with his spell armor, but he doesn't actually have the same health pool he had once before. So good against Li Ming in terms of the missile damage and what he can do to block, but you know, can't perhaps be as aggressive as he was there. Going to get punished for it. Either way, it's going to be 1 kill here for MVP Black as the race commences. Kyocha already with Sake doing some serious work. 4K already eliminated on this first Immortal phase.
Yep, and that's exactly why Tempest comes in for defense with their own Immortal. And this is where the power of Li Ming comes out. That keeps on just poking, and also with Sergeant Hammer on that siege mode.
Yeah, when you're ahead with this composition, which you likely will be because you have Artanis, you just keep poking. Tist is taking a ton of damage, but he's not afraid. He's just going to keep slowing everybody. Look at how low the members of Tempest are right now. Gocha with a great swap here onto Modern Life, going to make this a 1-for-1. And it's a positive trade in terms of their health pool right now. And if they want to just race it as Tempest is doing, they're going to end up losing before halftime. And we'll see where these Immortals end up. MVP, of course, has the better poke, the better way to win this race. Oh, and it's even on their own home side. They win this easy.
And Sake was even waiting on that, going into siege mode right on at the time. Tempest, they just have to lose this. They just have to take some shields off on that first Immortal. It's not the biggest one.
Okay, up here on the top, just gonna start preemptively knocking this wall down. They have so much poke.
So much siege potential.
I mean, look, yeah, it's great against the Immortal, it's great against the wall, and Tempest is going to take their own Shaman camp, which I do like. It's going to relieve a lot of the pressure. Modern Life's actually hard pushing this. A smart choice. He can't do much alone here. He can shield the minion wave, but that's it. This is just going to be a massive lead for MVP Black, who historically, when they take the lead on this map, they have crushed it.
Yeah, as we explained before, this is the power of Sergeant Hammer, especially when you have someone pushing in the front line. Especially, great swap. Hold on to that thought coming out. Zarya gets
into the Howling Blast too. It's not going to be enough to get the kill though. Modern Life's going to re-engage here. Very aggressively positioned though. No swap this time, but look at that orb. Massive hit. There's another Howling Blast. Duck just kiting back. He's got full energy. There's another swap on to Modern Life, and he's going to go down this time.
Yeah, right after that Aldruin, so no escapes available for Modern Life.
This counter pressure, though, from the Shaman camp works out really well for Tempest. It's not going to do as much damage, as I always say, as the objective did, but it definitely makes it feel less bad to have lost that one this handily with that big of a shield. Forcing now Kyocha to go down and deal with it as a Howling Blast is going to help the retreat. I'm getting stressed out. What's going up there at the top? Okay. Watching the map. Looks like they got out safe.
Yeah, they're safe at the moment. Are they actually going for that camp? Just checking. Just checking for the time. And Black smartly enough, they are going all the way to the top. Take the top camp and looking for a kill on Kyocha. It looks like they will find the kill.
Okay. That's gonna, put us at 2 to 3 kills here. A nice coordinated move here by Tempest. We're gonna have to eventually deal with that siege camp at the top, but they're gonna take this fort down to no ammo. They'll probably just walk away at this point, but they're gonna clear it as fast as they can. Black knows that this is a lost cause with Kyocha being dead. They're gonna take the more important Shaman camp as Tempest just rotate down. So it's kind of this neutral game where both teams respect each other, know the position we're at in the game, and they're just going to trade camps. And no one's going to do anything too aggressive. Now Kyocha's back up.
This battleground is the easiest to actually predict where the enemy team is. So
it's really interesting that Sign is playing the Tracer, by the way. See if that becomes a trend in the future. So we do see the mana efficiency, or like the mana lead, was definitely in favor of Black in this exchange. So they had to back off Hearthstone, which gave Black the opportunity to siege this wall a little bit. Hyde gonna get caught here for just a moment. He has that dash available though. Sign really aggressively forward, looking for that pulse bomb. Does hit it onto Kyocha, not the best target here.
And Howling Blast stalling some damage, blocking out Modern Life from coming in. There's actually the kill from Reset coming out, relieving. Hitting on that skill shots. Very nicely done.
Okay, lockdown pushed back now. Does end up getting hit by the Howling Blast. The Howling Blasts are real G-Clef in this game right now.
Just the man has been on the point with that skill from game number 1 today.
Look at this, how much damage coaches have been able to do already. 8k damage to the Immortal. Make it 9 before I can even finish saying the K sound, as this healing well is likely going to fall here in the top lane. The forced rotation up from Tempest. Black is going to have 10 soon. They're almost going to have a fully shielded Immortal. If they can get 10 before they take this, they'll have, or before it pushes, they'll have an almost unstoppable force that will take down the keep. Tempest wants to take a fight right here, right now, before the heroics are available. Sign diving in onto Reset right now. This is a smart move by Tempest. This is their one opportunity, but they're just so far unsuccessful in breaking in. And we've been critical of this Tracer comp in the past. It's been so unsuccessful most times on this map. They're trying their hardest. They're trying to make this work, but the CC is good. Arthas is the king of this. It's Tist getting these Howling Blasts over and over and over again. And now we're looking for this fight. Black still not with the 10. They're going to just move in here to engage defensively right now. It's another opportunity for Tempest to take a fight before 10. 10's up now, though, for Black. Big pulse coming down. A huge blind, which kind of counters Tracer here. There's a swap as well.
To Zarya, and rooted on top, and that's going to be it for Zarya. 1 kill, and that's enough. They can just run for that, the rest of the HP on that, their own Immortal. And they have 10, and Tempest will just have to defend. There's no way of even contesting this now.
So the composition here for Tempest, they committed to the Tassadar first pick. They went down the path of solo damage Tracer, essentially. They wanted to make this work, and so far the more well-rounded composition of MVP and the CC they have here is absolutely winning out. Sign attempting with a parting gift here to grab a kill. Not even close, though, as they take a 9k lead in these Immortals. Tempest will finally hit 10, but it's 10 way too late.
And Mimi is actually looking for a kill. Try to
oh my God.
high, then look at that burst damage.
Oh, he walked back too. He's so aggressive. So aggressive. Will get out. It was a really scary moment there. I'm pretty sure he just wanted to test the waters a bit. He was probably going to be safe. Like, Hyde's one of the best Karziums in the world, so I can't be too critical. But
he had the dash, so he was just juking out.
Yeah, that gave me a bit of a heart flutter, though. I have to be honest.
Well, Tempest, as they are a full overload lead behind already, they've been really having a tough time trying to team fight as Tracer. Tracer did not do too much damage yet. When Black was hitting on that, all those CC connecting so well, that makes Sign use that recall, which makes Tracer put into those dangerous spots during team fights.
Okay, Reset actually a little bit exposed here. Does find his way back. A big pulse bomb here. There's the kill onto Modern Life. The solo tank here. Archon forced back here. Lockdown has to shift. We do see the resets coming in. Reset quite literally living up to his name here. Finding the kill onto Sign. And then eventually getting the kill there onto Tassadar. This will be
and
game
a swap
over.
Onto Duck. That will be a
wipe. Yeah, full wipe. 13 to 10 here at the end of the game. Because it's so early, Modern Life actually respawns here. Well, they're still going to commit to the core. 90%. Sake at the back doing that extra damage. Even if they kill him here, it won't matter. Sanctification popped Well, this is just way too much damage. They spawn way too late. MVP Black will take the series 3-1 with their more normal, well-rounded composition. They went for the range damage, which has been consistent.